Hello everyone, I am Michael and I'll be showing you how to make scrambled eggs on the stove. Hopefully after viewing this video, you'll be able to make scrambled eggs and you will think that the process of making scrambled eggs is fairly easy. Step 1 is to gather all ingredients and cooking utensils. You will need an egg. You can use more than one egg, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I'll be using one egg. Next up, you will need a bowl to mix the yolk of the egg. You can use any other container that gives you enough depth to mix the egg's yolk. Next up, you'll need a whisk, but if you don't have a whisk, you can also use a fork, and this will allow you to mix the eggs really well while it's in the bowl. Next up, you'll need a skillet pan, but you can use any other cooking pan that gives you enough room to scramble the eggs well. Next up, you'll need non-stick cooking spray. You can use any other oils such as olive oil, vegetable oil, or soybean oil, and etc. But for this purpose of this video, I'm going to be using non-stick cooking spray. Next up, you need a spatula. But if you don't have a spatula, you can also use a fork to help you scramble the eggs while it's cooking in the skillet. And lastly, you will need some salt. You can definitely use more seasonings to your liking that you would like to add into the eggs, but for the purpose of this video, I'll just be using simple salt. Step 2 is to place the skillet on the stove, then turn on the stove to medium heat or medium fire, depending on the type of stove that you have. Then apply oil to the skillet. So I've turned on my electric stove to medium heat and I'm getting ready to apply the cooking spray onto the pan like so. Step 3 is to crack the egg into the bowl. Add some salt into the bowl, then mix the egg yolk in the bowl with the whisk. So in order to crack the egg, you want to lightly tap it against the edge of the bowl, like so, until you see a puncture at the end of it, like you see it right here. And then you just slightly open it with both hands and the egg yolk should come out like so. And then you want to grab the whisk or your fork. Well, before you do that, you want to add some salt in there. Or you could add the salt afterwards when you're done scrambling it, just a little bit. And then take your whisk and begin to mix. Just a little bit, you don't have to mix it all the way, but just allow it to commingle a little bit like that. Takes a couple seconds and then we're done. Step 4, pour the egg mix onto the heated skillet on the stove. Then allow the egg to solidify on the skillet. Once you see that the egg is starting to solidify on the skillet, you will want to begin to scramble the eggs with the spatula till it's done. So now that we've mixed the egg in a bowl and we have had time to let the oil heat up in the skillet, I'm gonna add the egg into the skillet. And you see that it's beginning to cook. As soon as you see it begin to cook on the end, you just begin to scramble it like that, like so, like so. And then right before you see it becomes completely done, you just want to turn off the heat of this electric stove and finish it up. And we are done. As you can see, this is scrambled eggs. Now, you can just take it off the stove and into the plate of your choosing, and it's ready to go to eat. And this is how you make scrambled eggs on the stove. Thank you for watching, and hopefully your process of making scrambled eggs will yield similar results.